Do you want to say hi to the people? Do you want to be a part of today's podcast? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. You want to get down? Okay. Say bye, Gracie. Hello, and welcome to episode 15 of the Little Dynamite Knits podcast. My name is Sarah, and I live in Pennsylvania, outside of Philadelphia, with my husband Brent and our 3 cats, Gustav, Gracie, and Gertie. It is Monday, October 6th. The last time I recorded was September 7th. So we are within the 1 month. That's actually why I'm recording today. I was not planning to record today, but on my drive home from the office, I thought, you know what? Let me do that as soon as I get home. Don't even go upstairs. Don't take the bra off. Don't change into comfy clothes. Let's get it done. Because the reason that I wanted to get it done today is because on Wednesday, we are going to be leaving town. So, tomorrow, coincidentally, is my birthday. I will be turning the beautiful age of 44 tomorrow. 44. 81? 2025, 44. Yes. 44 is one of my favorite numbers. So I'm pretty stoked. Another year. You know, I've mentioned this in passing, I think on another episode, but I love celebrating each new year. Both my father and my sister died in their 30s. So the fact that I have made it to 44 and I'm still here is something to be celebrated, and I do not take it for granted. So tomorrow's a birthday. The best birthday present ever would be if the Phillies win tonight because they did not win on Saturday. And the Dodgers are currently winning the NLDS series 1-0. For those who don't know, I am a huge Phillies baseball fan. This is my October postseason water bottle. I have been a Phillies baseball fan since I can remember. So all my life that I can remember. My dad was a fan, and so I remember it being on the TV when I was younger. I even, in middle school, when I got really into it, I kept a notebook, a binder, and would do my own box scores for the games. So, so we're hoping for a win tonight so that we can even up the series and then head out to LA on equal footing. We gotta win tonight. We gotta win. Knock on, that's probably not even real wood. I know that's IKEA, so anyway. They win. So let's get it done. The other reason I'm doing this is because last year I actually recorded an episode from where we're going away, from the Creek House up in the Poconos. This is our 6th year going. We always go for my birthday weekend, which happens to fall during fall break where I work. And so we will be up there for 5 nights in the woods, on the water, and I'm going to be doing a ton of knitting. I am going to record a cozy little vlog while we're up there, I think. But I don't want to bring a bunch of projects and acquisitions and things to do an episode like I did last year. That was just like too much. I've also been as close to a monogamous knitter as I think I could ever truly be since I last recorded. I have one whip that I have almost worked on exclusively, one knitting whip. I have another one that I just did a few rows on, and then I have a cross stitch whip, and that's it. I have no FOs, but I do have a few acquisitions. So this should not be a super long episode. I say that now. We'll see how it goes. So other than postseason baseball, not too much has been going on during the month of September. We went to a really great restaurant in Mount Airy. If you're in the Philadelphia area, it's called Jansen. Unfortunately, it's closing. But we had a wonderful meal there. I took my mom to Knitter's Day Out in Enola, Pennsylvania, basically Harrisburg. And I actually have, I do have a finished object. Let's start with that. I took my mom to Knitter's Day Out, and we took a needle felting class together because she had told me she wanted to try needle felting. And so, oh gosh, what's her name? Oh no. Okay. Her Instagram is called Homespun Felts. So that's her Instagram and her information. Oh my gosh, her name begins with an A. Was it Aime? Was it Anne? That's horrible. I'll put it somewhere. But she did a couple needle felting classes, but we took the sheep needle felting class, and this is my little sheepy. So let's see if we can get that to focus. I just love it. And she is wearing a little scarf, and I went pretty basic with the fuzz, like the fleece of the sheep. I just did a little bit on top and a little bit around. I just kind of wanted to keep it pretty like realistic. Look at the ears. Oh, that's cute. The ears weren't sticking out before. I have all this left over for potential fleece on the sheep's body that I did not use. I'll put a couple pictures up showing comparing my mom's, and not comparing, but sharing my mom's sheep and my sheep, and then all the sheep together from the class. But so really, really pleased with my little sheep, and it will go somewhere up high where the cats, and by cats I mean Gustav, can't get to it. So I do have a finished object. All right. I did pick up a few things at Knitter's Day Out. There was a small marketplace, but I will show those later. So my almost exclusive monogamous knit was my Traveler Shell. Traveler Shell is a pattern by Andrea Mowry. It is the short sleeve cardigan version in the Traveler series. I think there's like a crew neck sweatshirt, there's a hoodie, there's a shawl, there might be a cowl now, but this is the shell. So short sleeves, and it is an open cardigan. You do like a button band, but you don't actually put button holes. It is not meant to close. It is meant to be worn open. I am using La Bien Aime's Helix. Is it Felix or Helix? I always do this. It was in my redesigned project bag, but it is now too big. So Helix. Okay. So I'm using Helix, which is a lace weight yarn with 770 yards of skein. It's 75% Falkland Merino and 25% Gotland wool. And I'm using the color Vintage Barn. Why aren't we focusing today? And then for my fuzz, I am using from Pasley Knits on the Swimming Surrey base. The colorway is called Live Another Soul, based from the book club collection, and this is from The Martian, and it's this super fun orange. So these are the two that I'm holding together. And actually, before I share, speaking of Pasley Knits, last time I shared a finished object, I did a sample knit for Coley for her Lord of the Rings collection, which is actually, she's sharing colorways now on Instagram. And so I'll put a picture up of the finished socks. This was the Middle Earth Adventure Socks pattern by Claire Jackson, who goes by Perfectly Knotted. Really great sock pattern. And these are the colors that Coley sent me. and they're so good. So if you don't follow Pasley Knits on Instagram, you should, and you should check out the current collection that she is sharing color reveals for. It will be a pre-order. She has a lot of exciting new bases, and her colors look really good on those bases. So definitely check out Pasley Knits. So the last time I shared my traveler shell, where's my progress keeper? I was all the way down here. So I had done the bottom ribbing and like a few inches. Since then, I have done the left and the right yokes. So this is hard to tell, but basically this is the back of the shell and the band. So when you're wearing it, this will be one front, and then this will be the other front, and then you do the back. So I have done a lot of knitting on this. You know, it's true what they say about monogamous knitting. So I am here so far on the back. I've done 4 repeats of the pattern for the back. I have to do 10 total before I start doing some short row shaping. My goal is, depending on how the Phillies game goes tonight, to do as many of those remaining 6 repeats as possible. If I can finish the 10 back section repeats by the time I go to bed tonight, I will be very pleased, regardless of how the game goes. This is what I'm telling myself. Hi, this is Sarah from the future. Spoiler alert, the game did not go well, and I only knit about 12 rows. So, moving along. I do have my baseball stitch stoppers on my needles. So I did take this to the bar on Saturday night where we watched game 1. Gracie, no. Does anybody else have cats? Who, I'm sure a lot of you have cats, but do you have cats who like to chew your barber cords or your fake barber cords? Just based on how this stuff smells, it can't be good for her to ingest this. But I keep finding like pieces if I get up for a second and I do not put this project away. She's got her face in it trying to chew my fake barber cords, and she's right here trying to do it right now. I don't even remember what I was saying. Yes, I do. I took this to the bar. I think I only knit like 6 rows because we got there like an hour and a half early so that we had seats to watch the game. So I knit before the game came on. Once the game came on, there was no knitting happening. I think tonight I need to, just to like keep me calm. So this now, because it's gotten so big, it's living in my just my Philly Yarn Crawl tote bag from this year's Yarn Crawl. My second and final knitting whip is just in one of these drawstring bags. These are honestly my favorite project bags because I can like stuff them in anything. This one was, I believe, ice dyed by Sarah of Craft Me Not Yarn Co. And in here is my Jacques scarf by Laura Penrose. I had done a little bit of this. I've done a little bit more, but not much. It's still pretty stiff because I am using a worsted weight yarn, but needles that are really more for a DK weight. So I'm still hoping that blocking will relax it. But this is a double knit band here, an I-cord here, and then you do intarsia for the stripes. I know why that looks a little weird. Right there, there's a spot where the lighter color has some darker speckling. That's why that was looking a little funky. The yarn that I'm using is Woolberry Fiber Co. The Berry Rambouillet worsted base, which is 200 yards. It is 100% non-superwash US Rambouillet, and the color is Homebody for the lighter color. And this is cabled sweater for the darker color. I will probably bring this with me to the Creek House. My goal is to like almost finish the Traveler Shell while we're there, because I really want to wear it to Rhinebeck. So that is what I'm going to work on pretty much the whole time. But if I need a break from it, or if I somehow finish it like early, I'll have this and I'll bring that with me. My last whip is a cross stitch whip, which I keep in my Caterpillar cross stitch project bag. This is the Adventure Awaits cross stitch kit from Caterpillar cross stitch. I think that's the pattern. I cannot show that, but I'll put a picture of the finished design up here. And then this is where I am now. So I finished up, oh, it's so cute. I finished up Africa, have this cute little dolphin. Up here is Europe. So there's wine glass, I'm assuming for, well, maybe not Italy, actually Spain or Portugal, maybe. The double-decker bus for London, the windmill for like the Netherlands, Eiffel Tower, Leaning Tower of Pisa. I still don't know the name of that building. I can see it in my head. That I believe is supposed to be Everest, although it's smaller than Kilimanjaro, so, but that's okay. This I think is like a Russian maybe nesting doll. That maybe like the colorful, like in St. Petersburg, maybe. I think this is supposed to be the Great Wall of China. I'm still not entirely sure what that is. Maybe the Taj Mahal, but the colors are all kind of funky. I don't know what this is. If you know what that is, or if you have an idea, I'm not sure what that is. But anyway, it's coming along very nicely. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. When I need a break from knitting, this is my go-to. So no goals on when that will be done. But I think this is actually my last cross stitch kit that I have. Let's see. Yeah, that's my last cross stitch kit that I have. So I'm either gonna need to order another kit, or I'm going to need to go into my books and pick out a pattern and just order some Aida fabric and the colors that I need. I did have an idea for like a family gift for Christmas this year. If you are a family member of mine, so if you are my mother, my aunt, my uncle, or my cousin, you need to stop watching. I don't think any of you watch. But if you are somehow and I just don't know it, you need to stop like right now. But I want to do these like little like samplers, like find some cross stitch like just alphabet patterns, like where I can get lettering. And my grandmom used to say all the time, what ails ya? Like if you were being a knucklehead or just dumb, and she'd say, what ails ya? And I really want to cross stitch that for the family, like little, like kind of like this one. I have this on my bookshelf. It says shut your whore mouth. So kind of like this, where it's just little and has a cute little frame. I don't think that'll take too long. I would need to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them total. I think I could do that before Christmas. I just have to get my butt in gear and get some, I think I really only need like the cloth, the fabric, because I have all these, and this is not from kits. This is just like my little personal stash of DMC floss. So that's my idea. If I have time, I'm not going to put a bunch of pressure on myself. I'm not going to make myself stressed over this because I have enough of that going on right now. Work has suddenly become more stressful than it has been ever since I started this job 3 years ago. It's a little rough right now, and knitting has really been like, without knitting, I don't know what I would be doing right now. Probably having panic attacks every day. So I am able at the end of the workday to turn off the computer and step away and enjoy my evenings. So it's not like affecting my life outside of work. It's just the work days themselves have been very stressful for a few weeks. Hopefully that will end soon, but I don't know. But anyway, those are my whips. That's it. Is that really it? Yeah. Oh my God, no. I have another one, and it's a good one. I actually picked up my painting Honeycombs blanket, which I had not worked on in quite some time. This is a project I started earlier this year. I am using the colorways from Woolberry Fiber Co's Mystery Cookware Club. So this was a mystery club in 2024. It was an all tonals club, and I chose the Merino DK base. This is Lauren, by the way, of Woolberry Fiber Co. All of her bases are non-superwash. Yes, I'm knitting a blanket in non-superwash yarn. Yes, I have 3 cats. Yes, I'm going to need to be careful with this, a little precious about this blanket. I'm okay with that because these colors are so good. And as soon as they started arriving, like one each month, I knew exactly what project they had to be. So I am doing the Painting Honeycombs blanket, which is a project by Stephen West. I have all my colors in here in my basket from Frogget. And I have now, so I have all the colors from the Mystery Club, and then I had to order a bunch of, this is the colorway Oyster. And so I ordered several additional skeins of this when Lauren did her pre-order, cookware pre-order. And this is my main color for the blanket. And then all the other colors are the Honeycombs. So now that I have the additional skeins of the Oyster, I picked this back up and I did one complete repeat of all the different colors. There's one color I'm not using. It's the Ganache color. It's like a chocolatey brown. I'm not using that one because I don't think it'll stand out enough from the from the gray. But so here's what I have so far. Oh, and once it's blocked, they'll look more like honeycomb, like actual honeycombs. It's hard to, cause it's big. Like she's gonna be big. But oh my gosh, I love it so much. So starting down here is, I believe, agave, the blue. The pink is chiffon. The light green is thyme. I think the purple is ultraviolet. The red is cerise, like cherry. This green, I don't remember. Gosh, I don't remember the rest of these. That's gonna bother me. I'm not gonna dig out the ball bands right now. Here's what the back of it looks like. which is so fun. And so now it's just, I'm going to go back to the blue, and we're just going to keep repeating until it's as long as I want it or I run out of yarn. So I'm so excited about this. I just have to show off these stitch stoppers. They are Grim Reapers, and I believe they're glow in the dark. Like, I think the face and the sickle, the scythe, whatever that is, I think they glow in the dark. I got both these and the baseball stitch markers from Heather of Heathered Handmaids. She has lots of fun ones in her shop right now. She has a bunch of different Halloween ones. She also has some fun Christmas ones. I've got peppermints, and I've got like the little snack trees and these cute little snowmen. So I used to not be into these like at all. I used to just use the Coco Knits, just like foam circles. But what I would do was I would slide them all the way past the tip of the needle onto the cord. And so the needles would just be loose. And I started having them like poke through bags. And I poked myself once. And so now we use these. Learn the hard way. All right, that is actually officially now all my whips. So the only ones I'm gonna take on our trip are the Traveler Shell and the Jacques scarf for just a little palette cleanser if I need it. We're gonna be gone for 5 nights. This is the same creek house that we have been renting since October of 2020. So this will be our 6th year there. It was a pandemic discovery. I think I just went on Airbnb and I was just like, secluded, waterfront, no people, something like that. And we found this place, fell in love with it. The owners are Mets fans, and we're always there in October. And so for the last 4 years, the Phillies have been in the postseason. And the Mets have either been eliminated or last year were also in the postseason. So I bring this big Phillies blanket with me and I hang it up in the house for good luck. And Eric, the owner of the Airbnb, is like, you can come back, but your Phillies blanket can't. But it's already packed, so sorry. Okay, let's do acquisitions real quick. So at Knitter's Day Out, I got a few things. First, I got this sticker from Sassafras Knits. It says Fiber, which my mom told me I had to have it. So now I have it. Speaking of my mom, I told her rather than going into my stash this year that I wanted her to pick out a skein of yarn for her annual Christmas present, which is a hand knit pair of socks. So she picked out from June Price Fiber Arts this colorway. It's called Bird of Paradise, and it's really fun. And I think I'm just gonna knit the whole sock in this. I'm not gonna do contrast color for the toes, heels, or cuffs. I'm just gonna use as much of this yarn as possible. It's an MCN. So it's an 80-10-10 superwash merino cashmere nylon. Feels so good. And it's 430 yards. I believe it's a 4-ply. So that'll be socks for my mom. And then I got from Little Loopy. Oh gosh, this base is so good too. This is a 75-25 superwash merino in silk. It is a DK weight, 246 yards. And the colorway is called Good Morning Baltimore. You're lucky I didn't just sing that. But yes, it is a reference to the Hairspray musical. And the colors are all taken from the show poster. And this is very special to me because this is a show that I music directed when I was still a music teacher. And it was one of the best productions that we ever did. So this was a sentimental purchase. And then Lauren of Little Fiber Co was there. So it's always great to see her and give her a squeeze. And I actually took my Painting Honeycombs blanket with me to show her. And while we were there, I was squeezing one of her samples. It was a hat, a striped hat, knit up in her Falkland DK base, which is 100% non-superwash Falkland. It is 22 microns. It is a beautifully squishy 3-ply, and there are 235 yards in this. This colorway is Your Mother Was Talking, I Was Listening. I'm pretty sure this is from her Cinderella collection, which is the first musical that I ever music directed when I was still a teacher. So I think this will become a very squishy hat of some sort. And the last thing I got was just this fun pouch from Tanny Casey, because it's cats in knit sweaters, and I'm only so strong, right? Let me see if I have, nope. I thought I had one of her cards, but I don't. Oh, but here's her label. So Tanny Casey, I have several of her bags and I love them all. I also really love how she's doing her zipper pulls like this. I have a pouch that has the same thing and I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is, but cats and sweaters. And then my other acquisition is a Woobles kit because they came out with a capybara. I did not know when I ordered this that it was bigger than they usually are, 2 times bigger. This is Hugh, the capybara, and I already love him. And I cannot wait to make him. Maybe I'll take this to the Creek House, and this can be my like palette cleanser when I need a break from nonstop sweater knitting. And actually, crochet would be some different movements, probably better than another knitting project. Welcome to my inner thoughts. Happy you're here. This might be my other project that I take with me to the Creek House. I do have another acquisition. I was debating whether or not to show this. I thought I was ordering an already completed crocheted emotional support Snoop Dogg for my husband. What I received is a kit to make something that just does not look at all like the one in the ad did. Also, since ordering this, because it took quite some time to get here, Snoop Dogg made some very, I was going to say problematic, but that's not strong enough, like just disgusting comments regarding trans folks. And I don't know if I want to make this now. And I'm kind of pissed that I spent money on it. So if you're one of my friends and you're watching this and you like to crochet and you want a free crochet kit to make something sort of resembling Snoop Dogg, let me know and you can have it, because I don't think I'm gonna make this, but I don't want to just throw it away. Even if you just want it for like the yarn, and there's some polyfill, it looks like, and crochet hook and some locking stitch markers and a tapestry needle. So even if you don't want to make Snoop Dogg and you just want the supplies, let me know. If you're local, I don't want to mail this one, sorry. But if you're local, a local friend, and you want this, let me know. Or if you know someone who would, let me know. Beth, I still have to ship your needles. I'm so sorry. They're sitting right there. I can see them. I have a Post-it note on my computer that says ship needles to Beth, and I just haven't made it to the post office. Our local post office has really weird hours, and they're never open when I finish work. So I will get them in the mail to you. I promise. I think that's everything. Yeah. So I hope that you're doing well. The world is on fire, and doing this podcast and connecting with you all, reading your comments, hearing what you're working on, hearing what answering your questions, hearing what interests you, or maybe sparked some creativity or ideas for your own projects. Brings me so much joy. I hope that the time that you spend watching this also brings you a little joy. I really appreciate that you're here. If you enjoy these episodes, please consider liking them, leaving a comment. Please consider subscribing to the channel. It does help more and more people see it. I'm up to 170 subscribers now. So if we can get to 200, let's do a giveaway. If I get to 200, I'll do like a giveaway of something from my stash. Because goodness knows I have enough. But yeah, just thank you for being here. I hope you're being kind to yourself. I hope you're taking care of yourself, giving yourself time to unplug when you need to. Yeah, it's a lot right now. Everything feels heavy, and thank goodness for fiber and fiber friends. Thank you again for being here. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your week.